All right, so now we need to make some histograms. Okay, I'm not sure if it said we were going to make histograms in the notes, but it definitely does on the homework, so you need to know how to do it. All right, these are still the same tables. Let's go ahead and make some histograms for them. Okay, now the y-axis, that's where frequency goes, and the x-axis, that's whatever that column was, so this is magazines. And the height is the height of the frequencies. I've erased the cumulative frequency. Don't make the heights of the cumulative frequencies. Okay, just the heights of the frequencies. And my highest bar is going to be 8, so let me mark that off. Okay, that's going to be my tallest bar. Now, it's not a bar chart, it is a histogram, so that has to be smooshed together. Remember, I'm going to end up in the exact halfway point there. Okay, and it's good enough. All right, the next bar, it's going to be smooshed together. There's not a gap in between. The next bar is going to be of height 4. And the bar after that is going to be height 1. And height 1. Now, technically, I know the names of these boundaries because that was the calculation. So I'm pretending somehow I used that boundary in the calculation. I didn't use any numbers in the calculation. I just drew 4 bars smooshed together on the x-axis. And then any sensible person would label the x-axis with something like 0 to 2, 3 to 5, something like that, because that makes the most sense. And if you have to defend your work in front of your boss, you want to be labeling it in some sort of weird way. Okay, but oddly, this Triola book wants you to label the x-axis with the midpoints, which is why I left the midpoints up here. I didn't use them. I certainly didn't mark off 10 spaces on here. I just marked off the 4 spaces I would need. But now I'm just going to go, this is 1, this is 4, this is 7, and that's 10. And in real life, you would never, ever do that, because if you did, everyone would go, huh? Are you saying that a whole bunch of people bought 10, but there wasn't a single person who bought 9? That makes no sense. People bought 7, nobody bought 5. It makes no sense. Okay, nobody labels things that way, and later on this semester when you have to make a histogram as part of your project, you're going to label it in a common sense way instead of this weird Triola way. Just on the first exam are you ever going to have to label the x-axis that way. Well, at first exam and also your homework that has to do with this. Okay, so here, my bars, I need bars up through height 12. Okay, and so the first bar is height 5, and I'm smooshing them together so it's a histogram. All right, third bar is height 12, and then height 11, and then height 4. Now, in real life, obviously, you wouldn't be drawing these by hand, not even more neatly than I am. You would be using Excel. So when we go over how to do your project, you'll be doing it in Excel anyway. But as far as this homework goes, you can freehand it. So then label with the midpoints. Okay, that's how to make that one. And then that third frequency table. Okay, I cannot mark off the y-axis in like up to 372. I better mark it off in like 50, so we're just going to eyeball it. So that's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. Gosh, I'm going to run out of room even so. 300, 350, somewhere up there, 372. All right. So the first bar is height 188, so let's call that to about there. The second bar is all the way up here to 372, which is somewhere up here. Then 264, 205, 83, 76, and 32. Okay, again, I haven't done anything with my boundaries, my midpoints, anything. I just drew the picture without even any kind of labels. Okay, but now let me just go ahead and label the x-axis with some midpoints. All right. And that counts as how it's supposed to be done on exam 1.